Hi, and welcome to QCityMap, produced by the City of Quesnel. Today I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on the different functionality on the site and how to get around. So let's go to our Getting Around tab up here, and underneath we have the Zoom In and Zoom Out button. To zoom in, you can click the Zoom In button, click an area, or you can use the wheel on your mouse to zoom in or zoom out. Another way to zoom in is to click the zoom in button, click your left mouse key and drag a box to the specified area. Zooming out works in the same manner. Click a button, click an area, and you're zoomed out. The initial extent button will take you back to the page that the map initially opened up on. And the full extent button will show you all the data held in the map from 10 Mile Lake to Williams Lake. The previous extent will take you back to the previous page. Let's zoom into a parcel now. By hitting the Point Identify button and then clicking inside a parcel of land, we can find out all the legal information about that parcel. As you can see here, we found one result. By double-clicking the PID number in the table of contents, we get another table pop up, and it shows us all the attributes held within the table. Or we can decide to view that in table view. Double-click there. Oh, here we go. And now we have the same information, but you're able to view it in a different manner. Use the scroll bar at the bottom to scroll across. And now you can choose to export out to CSV file to be used in Excel. There are many different bookmarks that I've made here. We can choose to go to 10 Mile Lake and back to North Quesnel. You can make your own bookmark by going to the area that you wish to make your bookmark, then clicking this plus button, giving your bookmark a name, saying OK. Then your bookmark will now show up in the bookmarks and you'll be able to use it. The map scale can be changed to whatever you like, simply by highlighting it and entering the number that you wish. You can choose to save your project up over here, this little guy. Give your project a name and it'll save it. One thing to note though, when you save your project here, it will save it on our server. And after we get a lot of files saved on the server, I will go in from time to time and clear that out. When you want to open your project, you click that little guy right beside it, and it'll give you a list of all the different projects that have been saved to the server. When you find yours, double click it. Now let's go to our Maps and Data Sources tab right here at the top. Click the tab, click Show Layers. Now we can see all the layers contained within the map. To turn a layer on or off, simply check the box beside the layer name. Now the trails are turned on. Now the trails are turned off. Some of the layers have a scale dependency set upon them. And what that is sanitary network is actually a really good example of this. I've turned the sanitary network on, but at this scale you cannot see it. So if we zoom in, now we can see the sanitary network. And let's just turn it off. Back to our Maps and Data Sources tab. You can add a shapefile or a CSV file to your map. Simply by clicking the button, selecting your file, and adding it to the map. Let's click Bing Maps. Bing and Google Maps works in the same manner. Notice how it synchronizes exactly to the same area as you are in your map. and you can have them both on at the same time. Okay, let's go to the Task tab now. Click the Task tab, click Print Map. If you click the arrow here, you can choose between 8.5 by 11 or 11 by 17 size. The output format is going to be PDF. The resolution, just 96. And the map scale, you can click the arrow there. You can choose from current extent or any one of the other scales available. I like to use current extent. Add a map title and any notes pertaining to your map. Click Create File, Open File, and now we have a very nice looking map, which we can save either to our desktop or print off. Click Reports. You can choose between a Quesnel parcel report or a CRD parcel report. I'm going to do one in Quesnel. The output format is going to be PDF. These are our selection tools. I'm going to pick the point selection tool. I'm going to click inside the polygon. Click Download Report. And now we have a nice looking report. The parcel is highlighted and all the legal information pertaining to that parcel is listed below. This also can be saved to your desktop or printed. We can export a map image. There are several different formats to choose from. I'm going to pick JPEG, Create Image, View Image, and here is our image. We can choose to mark up our map. We can add points, or we can draw lines. When drawing a line, to end the line, double-click in the exact same spot twice. We can draw polygons or rectangles, and we can add text. When adding text, we can choose different colors, the size, and different fonts. We can even say what angle to put the text on. So you click Markup Text, click in the area you would like the text, add your text, and now we have our text. Let's pretend we didn't want the text to be there. Select Erase Drawing, select around the text, and now it's gone. We can edit our drawing, or we can choose to clear all drawings. Now all of our drawings are gone. Now the Analysis tool. Click the tab at the top that says Analysis. The Point Identify tool we covered earlier. It identifies the information within a polygon. Now click on the Polygon Identify tool. And let's draw a polygon around a block of properties within the city. It has found 64 results. When you use the Polygon Identify tool, one thing to remember is that it will select all the attributes and all the layers within that polygon. For instance, it has selected the Quesnel Street layer, the Quesnel Street name layer, the Quesnel, if we hit this little arrow, it'll move over actually. The Quesnel Lots layer. So it has selected all those layers, and these are all the lots within that polygon that I did, and all the attributes that pertain to them. You can now select Export to CSV to bring into an Excel spreadsheet. Carrying on, let's go and measure a parcel of land. To do this, to get a better measurement, I like to zoom in. Go to the Measure Distance tool. and it adds our distance on the map. Measure area. Double click when you want to end it, and it puts all the distances on our map and a total meters squared for our area. If you want units to be in feet, we can change this to feet, and you'll notice that your measurements have now changed to feet. To add it to your drawing, hit Add as Drawing. You can erase the drawing and you can clear all. You can add your XY coordinates to the map. You can plot your coordinates. You can even change the coordinate system. Up here is a search engine, so you can search for 410 Kinchin Street, or whatever address you're looking for. Do not put street, avenue, drive, any of that. Just put the civic address and the street name. And let's see if it finds that result. Okay, so it's found quite a few results because there's a number of suites in this building. If we double click on one, it should say zoom to feature. We should now be able to get there. And here is 410 Kinchin Street. You can also do searches on PID numbers, folio numbers. I think we can even just put the civic address in, but it will find a lot more results. Anything with the number 410, it'll grab. See, this one is 1410 and it grabbed that one. There's a number of shortcuts to some of the tools here. All these tools are covered in other places. This is just a faster way to get to them. If you don't want your tools showing up here, you can hit this little toolbox and it'll hide the tools. Down here we have some more shortcuts. This one's to reports. This one clears all your selection. These are your results again. That clears your selection. And this is your map layers. Now when we hit map layers and it shows us all the layers such as we did before, if you hit this button show legend, it'll show you all the symbology applied to each one of the layers. And that about wraps up our short tutorial today on QCityMap.